you were making your way into the caravan, stopped to gain the acquaintance of whoever was there, and you had stopped off with talking to the Aurora Watch captain, telling him details of what was going on, and you had been rewarded partially for your assistance, and that's basically all there was to it.
Oh, and the Aurora Watch captain sent out a band of watch members to deal with those flying creatures that were harrying the commandments, which was led by his younger brother.
Right. So, and the Aurora Watch's captain's names: Captain Terrellian Diumph was killed in action on the Emerald Loop. Captain Talfrey Diumph is the commander of the Caravan Outpost, and Corporal Deitch Diumph is the Aurora Watch scout that went out to lead the squadron out to take care of whatever those beasts were.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we left off. Anybody have any questions? Don't all talk at once.
What?
No, apparently not.
Oh,
hi, Matthew. Welcome.
Matthew.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hey, Matt.
Hello?
Barely hear you,
Hello?
sweetie. Matthew?
Matthew.
I see you talking, but you're not making noise.
No. Can you hear mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about me?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know if it's an echo through yours or not. Matthew.
No, there's no echo.
No, there's no echo
We
at
can't
all.
hear him.
Okay, cool.
We just can't hear Matt. I see him talking. I see his thing lighting up. We can't hear you, Matt.
We heard him for a second. I don't see him lighting up, though.
Can I just do like a quick ego boost moment, though? Like, I love that he's using my Tazcool drawing.
Yeah, yes.
Hey. Hey, I got a quick question for you, Dippy.
Yes?
Does Alex play on Xbox?
We don't have an Xbox.
I see. Okay. Fair enough.
So probably not.
That would be
Joe.
the conclusion.
Joe, in Xbox Gold, there should be a perk for 3 months of Nitro for free.
Gotcha.
And it has 2 server boosts that you can apply to the server if you like.
Wait, Microsoft is just giving that out?
Yes.
What?
They have perks when you have Xbox. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've seen it on there, but I didn't know how to utilize it. So maybe after the game today, I'll holler at you.
They own Xbox.
I found for me the easiest way to do it was on a web browser, like on your tablet. Like log in to Xbox Live and find your perks, which took me a second to find it, and now I can't. It's very confusing either way. In the thing, it takes you to a website anyway to apply it to your Discord. But we'll get through it. It's kind of confusing, but whatever.
Yeah.
But if we can get the server up to 7 perks, it'll give us level 2 and better audio quality on our sound.
Oh, nice.
It'll go to 256K right now with at level 1, because I took the ones I have and applied them to the server, which gives it 156 or something like that. So every time it goes to level up, it doubles your bandwidth for your audio channels.
Nice. Hey, Wilde.
Yeah.
There is a I Am Legend that joined. That's my friend Tilly from the UK's boyfriend. He wanted to sit in one of these days.
He's welcome to anytime you want.
And possibly play.
As far as playing, TROLGG is full, but he's welcome to play in one of the other games.
Right, that's what I let him know.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
the daytime
honestly,
games would probably be better for him because they're 5 hours ahead of us.
Okay. Yeah, what, Doug?
I was just going to say, him being from the UK, he honestly he might be interested in the Discworld.
Yeah, I would say that he most likely
Just
would be
'cause, you know,
interested in the Discworld, at least a
Pratchett's
little bit.
English and all that, because
Yeah.
I was just saying it could have a connection.
Can you
Oh.
hear me now?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you,
Yes.
Matt.
Matthew, you fixed it.
Let me turn you up on my end.
Yeah, I need to turn you up on my end too.
You figured out what's going on there, bud?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to turn you up more.
Okay. So it is very late at night. It's after midnight when you've arrived here at the Caravan Outpost. I did put a little map in the channel there. If you want to pull it up and look at it with me. The L5 area is some semi-permanent wagons set up sort of like dormitories where people can, crash inside the wagon and sleep around a central campfire area. The L2 area is the barracks and watch outpost. The L4 area is the little vendors and repair people that are there. There's a blacksmith and some various and sundry vendors that hang out a little bit. L3 is a caravan where steeds can be exchanged. If you've got one that needs to rest and you need a fresh steed for a little bit of money, you can change out a horse type situation. And surrounding the entire outpost, it's kind of in a little valley that's surrounded with rocks. And then outside that ring of rocks is a full grove of trees. The first sort of forest of trees that you have seen on this particular journey since you left Jigao. The entire caravan stop is in this large clearing inside this grove or forest. It is, as I said, after midnight. What are you all doing?
L2 is the barracks and stuff.
L2 is the barracks. Uh-huh.
Okay. There a tavern?
Not as such. The areas that are set up with the empty caravans or empty wagons around the campfire area, there's 2 or 3 people that stay there on sort of a semi-permanent basis. They've knocked together a couple of benches and a barrel or two. They vend some beer and brandy or wine, whatever comes through that they can make a bargain for, and then they turn around and sell at a profit. It's not really a tavern; it's more of an open air bar.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wander over them and ask them, "What do you got that's strong?"
Oh, and you see the guy behind the counter is an older goblin man, maybe in his 40s. Life expectancy for a goblin's around about 50, so he's pushing it. He looks up at you and says, What do you want something strong this late at night for? I'm about ready to close up."
I've had a long day. It's been long travel, and I've been.
Well, we got pepper brandy.
Is it decently strong?
Oh yeah, it'll kick you.
I'll take some.
So he sells you a smallish cup of brandy, very definitely made from some very hot peppers.
I just chug it straight back.
Roll a con save.
Okay. Actually, before I do that, how much do I owe?
He charges you 2 silver. It's not very popular. I mean, hot pepper brandy would not be very popular, I wouldn't think. Although I could see some college students very definitely trying it.
I mean, if it's cheaper than like a bar drink, yeah.
Did you guys hear about Kobold module Kickstarter that's going up?
No, tell us about
Kobold?
it while Steven's doing his thing.
It's called Cobalt Quest. It's a campaign on Kickstarter, and you can make traps and stuff, and has a reworked kobold and stuff.
Oh, fun. That's near and dear to your heart.
And you kill gnomes. Most delightfully
Do that one.
desolate.
I got one. Total of 8.
That sounds really interesting, and I want to hear more about it afterwards, Matt, okay?
Okay.
This is perfect.
Okay, so with a Nat 1, the brandy itself is not all that strong. You've had stronger. But it hits the back of your throat, and then you start to feel the burn. And after a few seconds, your mouth is on fire. Just on fire. Your eyes are going red. They're weeping down the side of your neck. Weirdly, for a reptile, you wouldn't think that a reptile would be able to sweat. Indeed, reptiles can't sweat, but you feel like you're sweating. The burn hits you like a ton of bricks, almost closing your throat. So through the night, you hear this horrible screech as Queequeg has managed to consume what amounts to habanero brandy. What are you all doing?
I'm laughing for right now, but Boy, Queequeg, what happened to you?
You can't even talk.
Yeah,
He's just sputtering.
I'm not just sputtering. I am running in circles, going "Gah!" You can probably see flames coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes them like that sometimes. Especially if they're not used to hot stuff.
Uh-oh.
It's Dippy telling the story of the adventures last night to somebody. I'm not sure who. So what are you all doing as Queequeg's running around in circles screaming his head off?
This would be nice, but that would be way out of character. Do you need a little bit help?
So Tazkul comes up to you, looks at you, and says, "Do you need some help?"
I'm just
He's pointing at his mouth and shrieking in your face.
Can I cast a spell?
Okay.
Lesser restoration.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lesser restoration would cure it.
I was debating on either that or heal. This isn't really like a disease or poison. It's just more like a status. So lay on hands wouldn't work.
Lay on hands would heal. It's not damaging. It's more of a condition like poisoning, where it's an irritant to his system. So lesser restoration would work where lay on hands wouldn't.
It'd be like lay on hands would like kind of help, but would repair. Yeah, lesser restoration. A subtle man cast lesser restoration.
All right, so he comes up to you and asks you if you need help. You're pointing furiously at your mouth and screaming in his face as he reaches out to you, pats you on the back of the shell, Huh? Cast Lesser Restoration, and you feel the burn easing off. And for the first time since you've known each other, Tazcool has done something selfless and kind towards you, Queequeg.
Thank you.
Will
See a
he
barrel of water
please
in there?
stop that terrible, terrible, terrible sound?
You see a water barrel around here?
And the goblin looks at you and points, and there's a very large water bottle at the end of the next caravan over.
And I immediately walk over to the water barrel, grab it by the rim, both hands, shove my head into it, and you hear this going.
Yeah, so Tazcool or Queequeg is head deep in the water barrel, probably feet off the ground, his shell kind of bowed out as he's trying to drown his sorrows in the water. What are you doing, Pete, while all this is going on?
Hold on, he's muted.
Yeah.
Uh, Pete and Evie are probably getting ready for bed.
Okay.
Uh,
You can either stay in the wagons that you brought, or you can take a dormitory space, or you can make a camp space underneath one of the wagons.
Hey Pete, do you want to stay under the wagon or someplace? You know what? Let's stay in the in those.
Huh?
Yeah, in the
Those.
the barracks.
Oh, by the men's?
Yeah, we're men, right?
Men's.
Men. Yes, yes.
Mm.
You don't want to?
Whatever you want, Evie.
The watch would turn you away from staying in the barracks, but very definitely help you to gain
You meant
bed in
this,
one of the
right?
dormitories. Huh?
Say that again.
Say it again,
Wild.
Pete. I said the watch would turn you away from the barracks because you're not watch members, but help you to gain admittance and a bed in one of the dormitory wagons.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the wagon.
Uh,
my
we has a wagon.
No, one of the other ones. This one's old and funky. Let's go to the new one. And it's like, so we could draw on it.
Oh, okay.
And then once we get in there, I'm gonna I'm gonna take out the chalk and draw a feather.
All right.
And then
After you go ahead.
I'm gonna draw the stick figure of me and Pete. And then I'm gonna put was here. WUZ here. And then are you ready to pray now?
Okay.
Okay. All things end and
All things, and
all things die.
they die,
So the world turns as it always will.
turns around.
Death is the one truth we must all embrace.
You gotta hug death.
Also, Raven Queen, if you're listening, will you help the mammoths that are on the side of us from the monsters? Or, you could let us catch up with the monsters in like a little, triangular pattern so that way Tazcool can beat him up because he really wants to fight. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Pete.
Huh?
Do you want to read another story?
Yeah.
Okay, which book should we pick?
That one.
Oh, this one. I like this one. Okay, so it starts. Once upon a time, there was a really sick child, and he had a bunny rabbit that he really liked, but it got sick and died, and then they had to burn it. And the end. I don't really like that book, Pete. It's
That book sucks.
yeah. It's not nice. How about we
I
just
mean,
read
the poor
tomorrow?
Velveteen Rabbit.
Um, uh, you know, I'm still scared that we're gonna get like ran away from the thing from Bazaxelban. Should should we get wigs?
Uh, what's a wig?
You know how like Jojito has that really pretty hair?
We take his hair?
No. He's our
Oh,
friend. If he wasn't our friend, we could cut his hair off while he was sleeping and then glue it onto something. But that would be mean to do to our friend.
okay.
But do you want to have hair like Jojito?
Um, it's pretty.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get wigs.
Maybe you need a mustache.
And I'm gonna take the brown chalk and scribble it on my lips.
Oh, where's Evie?
Good
Ah,
night, Pete.
okay.
All right, so Pete and Evie, I mean, I feel like when you were taken into the wagon, the person that was there looked at the beds, looked at you, pushed about 4 of them together, and said, "Yeah, you can use that."
I love them.
Right? How you make that prayer kill me every time, I don't know, but you always do. And I caught the Velveteen Rabbit there on the way by. Thank you very much. Tazcool, what are you doing? You've helped Queequeg, who's still, apparently blowing bubbles in the water barrel off and on. He raises his head up, the water streams down his head, and then he sticks his head down in the water barrel again.
Um, question. We're still with the other group, AO and the Bunts.
Was there what?
Are we still with the other group?
Oh yeah, Ao and Galsariad and Istvan and Dermot and Maggie Keen Eyes are all present.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna take. Um, it, I kind of wanted to talk to Maggie.
Well, she's easy to talk to. She's sitting down beside the campfire. She's going to sleep on the ground beside the campfire. She doesn't feel like she can even get into one of those wagons.
Okay, I guess I'll sit by the campfire then. And try to strike up a conversation with
Okay.
Maggie Nice.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
You're pretty strong. You're like probably like one of the strongest in the group. I like
Strong.
it. Yeah.
Maggie Strong.
Very strong. Hey, I would like to roll persuasion and persuade Maggie to do an arm wrestle.
All right. You don't need to roll persuasion. She's happy to arm wrestle with you.
Fine. Finally a worthy opponent. Other than Jojito. Jojito is was fun too. He'd be strong.
I
Thank you, Taz. I appreciate that.
tell me, how much is your proficiency score now? Is it 3?
Yes. Proficiency is a 3 from levels 3 through 5, I believe.
Yep, got
Maybe
it.
6.
Thank you.
And 6th level characters get a proficiency modifier of 4.
Right, yeah, you haven't got there yet. So,
Yeah.
all right. So if you're going to arm wrestle with Maggie, she clears the space on a hollow log next to the fire there, and she sits on one side of it and props her arm up on the log and waits for you to get ready.
But
Oh my God, my dog is licking a hole in my leg. Stop, Bogey. I have a healed scratch, and he it's still a little bit raw, but it's mostly healed, and he just thinks it needs to be licked until it is going to bleed again.
I'm just
Damn
cleaning you,
fool.
mommy.
Damn fool.
I'm just checking my inventory.
Okay.
That would be a waste. I don't want to use metal of muscle to prove a point in someone who has. But that would be very in character. Um, I believe the metal muscle. Let me check.
Huh? You what?
Checking on the metal muscle.
I don't understand.
The metal muscle he got from the.
Oh,
event.
yes. It gives you advantage on strength checks, one-time use.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Another time like the present. So I'll squeeze the metal muscle.
Now remember, it's only a one-time use.
Yes.
Okay. So roll your strength check with advantage.
Ho 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 ho. How the turns have tabled.
Yeah, the turns
Wilde.
have tabled. Yes.
With
Yes.
that 12 with my we're using athletics, right?
Yeah.
That's a 20.
So
So
you roll a 20, and Maggie's elbow slips off of the board, and her arm slaps the wood so hard that it sounds like there's a cracking noise. And you almost think that she might have broken her wrist, but instead it's the wood, the log, that apparently was a little bit hollow. And her arm has actually cracked through the skin of the log and caused it to separate a little bit as she looks at you and goes, "Ow!"
oh, that's unfortunate. Do you
Yeah, it
need?
was this that. I mean, this surface isn't very smooth.
Yeah.
We try again at a proper table sometime, eh?
I
Huh?
yeah.
Okay. So with that, she shakes your hand and says, "You did good. You broke the log. I'm gonna sleep now."
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sleep as well.
Right? She literally puts her head down on the log, and in about 5 seconds, she's snoring. It's loud. So where are you sleeping? Are you gonna use one of the dorm wagons?
Yeah. I'm gonna use one of the dorm wagons.
Okay, all right. Queequeg, you've recovered from your burned throat, Are you crawling into one of the dorm wagons, or are you sleeping underneath one of the wagons? What are you doing?
Are any of our wagons being occupied?
No.
I'm going to climb into one of our own wagons.
Okay, so you're climbing back into your own wagon. Jojito, what are you doing?
I'm sleeping by the fire.
You're sleeping by the fire with Maggie Keen Eyes. Got it. Okay. Geico, what are you doing?
How close to the fire is Jojito sleeping?
I feel like the ring of logs that he's sleeping up next to is probably, a good 15 feet back from the fire in the center of the ring. The fire is a big, organized camp ground type fire ring. It's got a solid, 1 foot tall ring of stones around the outside edge, and the fire itself might be 10 feet or so across.
Okay.
I'm resistant to cold too, so I wouldn't be too awful close.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, Geico is definitely going to be as close to the ring of stones around the fire as he can get, and he's going to stretch out so he can get some body heat, but he doesn't want to burn.
All right. So you're on the safe side of the fire, the ring of firestones, between Jojito and the fire, absorbing the heat, the radiant heat from the fire easily. Tazcool's gone into one of the wagons. Queequeg's gone into one of the old wagons. Ao and Dermot sleep in the other remaining group wagon, and Istvan and Galsariad crawl into one of the other dormitory wagons. As a quiet night is passed, and when I say quiet, it is a campground with barely closed Conestoga-style wagon dormitories. The snores are raucous. I do need you all to make a perception roll to see how well you are able to tune out the noise. And I'm very much using perception in a way it's not supposed to be used. So
Yeah. Perception's a very vague skill.
Let's
it is a very
let's be fair. I feel like I use perception inappropriately, all the time.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
That's not lovely. That's not
Hey,
lovely.
I do need Pete rolled a 14. Okay, so Eva, you sleep through it with no trouble. Pete, it bothers you a little bit. You find yourself waking up a couple times in the night. Same thing for you, Geico. Jojito, you sleep a little bit more soundly. You're doing okay. I mean, it's not the best sleep you've ever had. Tazcool, you're not sure whether it's the fact that you're right next to the caravan where Pete and Evie are sleeping and you hear Pete's snores, or whether it's the musical snores of the other people in the dormitory with you, or it's the snores in the group next to you. But I mean, it's terrible, and you find yourself flipping and flopping and flopping and flipping and flipping and flopping and flopping and flipping all night long. And you will still get the benefit of a long rest, but you're going to be sleeping in the morning to the tune of a couple of hours, past the time the others get up and move around, just because you were up so late and up so many different times that by the time you actually do fall asleep in the morning, you stay that way.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. All right. So you pass a relatively quiet night, and in the morning, all of you except for Tazcool are woken by the sound of horses, and the armed group of watch officers from the previous night have come back, a little battle scarred, dusty, dirty. A couple of them are bloodied. Nobody's dead. few of them are pretty badly hurt. And they tell you that whatever it is that was attacking those mammoths was horrible. And they start describing it together. And hold on one second. I'm going to try to get the name of it here. Finally, one of them is a little bit more clued into what's going on than the others. Looks at them and says, "Oh, yeah, those things. Those are not good." And he describes those as Gloom Stalkers. And I need anybody who would like to find out what those things are, roll a nature check.
I'm gonna roll nature check, see if anybody's even heard of these. Yeah, no, Quick has no. Well, like, Gloom what now?
Gloom Stalker.
Because he Quick rolled a 4 total.
I am not rolling good. Highest
Yeah.
I've rolled today was like a 12.
So you got an
Right.
8. Georgina got a 6. Pete, oddly, definitely had heard of them, and so has Geico. Nobody else did.
Your what hurts?
So
Well,
Pete, I'm going to go ahead and put a picture in the
Pete-
channel and tell you
Pete
that
and
it
Evie
is.
got
Okay.
Pete and Evie were attacked by one.
Oh, that's right, you were. Okay, so I'm going to let you and Geico describe this to the group, and I'll give you the big old meta that it is like a shadow wyvern.
Ooh, that's cool.
As the rest of the group looks to you for an explanation, as Geico, you and Pete, I understand immediately what a Gloom Stalker is.
Well, this is
Go
unfortunate.
ahead,
This
Evie.
is
Or Pete. Yeah.
this is
I mean,
incredibly
Geico.
unfortunate. There is an angry shadow dragon, and I am 90% sure that it would like to eat us.
Oh, that sounds fun to fight.
No,
Oh.
Pete, help me explain.
A grand battle.
Pete, smash one.
You
Yeah.
smash.
Pete knows what it doesn't necessarily know what it is, but he recognizes the creature by its description.
All right.
Pete, do you know how to kill one of these?
Smash!
I understand that you do enjoy smashing things. That is your go-to. But I'm asking, did you do anything else special aside from smash?
No, just smash. It was eating Evie.
It was eating Evie.
Trying to.
Should we? Who is the most useless person here? I feel like we should make them lie down over Evie.
Nobody will hurt Evie.
Not as
Yes,
long as you and I
absolutely,
are
Evie,
here.
if you want to heal the soldiers, you can. Absolutely.
Yeah. My mic wasn't working for a second.
Yeah, no worries. It's working fine now.
For 9 healing.
Who hurt?
I'm sorry. It redid that because fucking I hit cast so that it took away the slot, but it did not. So I gotta mark it off myself.
Okay.
Pete would be inclined to heal some folks too.
All right. So the company of 6 soldiers that came in, 4 of them were badly wounded, and 2 of them were just barely wounded.
What are you guys talking about over there?
It's a
The,
flight of Gloom Stalkers in the area. We killed 2 of them last night.
How many were there total?
Don't know. Seemed like there might be a I don't know what to call it, a rookery of them?
More than 10?
I don't know.
Shit.
We're going to have to go back out later on.
I've got the protection of the Raven Queen and Pete and Geico and our buddy Tazcool. He's been itching for a fight. Can we go with you? Oh, and Jojito, he punches stuff like a champ.
I would
And
like
Ao
to.
comes up.
Can I really quick just give bardic inspiration to Pete?
Yeah.
Okay, Pete, you have 1d8.
yay!
I feel like
How do I use it?
I feel like we're about to. So it is. Blah, 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 add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And on top of that, hold on, because it's magical inspiration. If you have a bardic inspiration die and you cast a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, you can roll the 1d8 and choose a target affected by the spell. Add the number rolled as a bonus to the hit points.
Awesome.
Yes,
I feel like we fist bumped.
I'll copy. Yes, 110%, and I will copy and paste the magical inspiration for you.
Thank you.
All right. So, as you and Evie are healing up the watch a little bit, what are you doing to heal? She asked for a healing. What are you doing? Pete?
So, Pete, say that again, please.
I said Evie cast Prayer of Healing to help the watch members. What were you casting? You said you were going to do something to heal them.
How many need? How are they looking now?
Well, they're a little bit better now after Prayer of Healing. That that helped quite a bit. The 4 that were fairly badly wounded are now not up to full health, but wounded, and the 2 that were barely wounded are now at full health.
Well, I see that the ones that are barely wounded will be fine, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go to the worst off one and do a cure wounds on them.
Okay, so the one that was was having trouble just even moving now is able to get down off of his horse and wander around a little bit, move around a little bit, and yeah, they're very appreciative of the healing and open to the idea of you as a group going back out with them to hunt the Gloom Stalkers. Ao comes up and says, "So what are you talking about? What are you talking about here? I heard you guys saying you were going back out."
They call the monsters Gloom Stalkers, but we
The shadow dragons.
yeah, they attacked us in the waste, and I fell down in a hole, and then it was like, and then Pete, he saved me. I think that we need holy people because gods, they like make the shadows go away and the bad stuff, and so yeah, we should go. What do you say, Ao? You want to go? Say yes.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be going to Bazzoxan, aren't we?
Yeah, but if they're
Dazzle Zan.
yeah, Basil then. And well, it's on the way, I'm pretty sure, right? And I'm gonna kind of look at the guards. It's on the way, right?
No, it's kind of the other way.
It does things.
Bazzoxan is that way, and he points off to the east. And the rookery is that way, and he points towards the river off to the west.
That's stupid. I don't like it. I guess you're right, Ale. I mean, the divergence is kind of more important, huh?
Well, I mean, it's you guys that have the quest. We're just here, just along the ride to kind of help you out. But if you want to go hunt Gloom Stalkers, I'm all for that as long as they pay us. You gonna pay us? And she looks at the watch captain. He says, "Well,
No
I
need to
mean,
pay us. The fight itself would be like worth like
Okay,
double
you
the
can
Tell him,
payment
proceed
shut,
to
amount.
pay then.
You're sleeping.
tell him to shut the fuck up.
You're sleeping there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly getting into a fight with shadow dragons without pay.
So Queequeg is on the side of AO about no taxation without representation type thing.
I mean, if I'm gonna put my life in the line and kill a bunch of shadow dragons, I want to be compensated. That's how this shit works.
Okay.
I look at the watch guys and say, no offense to you guys do this for a living.
Well, I mean, yeah, we do, but we also get paid for it. So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Let me talk to the captain, see what he says. We're definitely going to have to go back out later on. I'll see if he can do anything as far as compensation, okay?
Sounds great.
All right, so he's going to go and talk to the captain. The injured ones that are still injured are going to go finish healing up. The ones that are no longer injured, thank you very much for the healing that you've given them. And you all have the morning to do what you want to do at the Caravan Outpost to decide whether or not you're going to go on to Bazozan today, whether you're going to spend a day or two here at the Caravan Outpost and go hunt Gloom Stalkers, whether you're going to explore the Caravan Outpost. What are you all doing?
First thing I'm gonna do is Evie is going to run to Tazcool, where Tazcool's sleeping at, and Tazcool, wake up!
You know you guys are like super noisy for no reason.
Tazcool!
I know I know that's kind of mean and insensitive, but there are some noisy people.
Yeah.
I barely got any sleep.
Guess what?
You were less loud when you weren't asleep. Yeah.
I found us something to kill.
Oh, that'll be fun. What will that be?
Shadow dragons. They call them Gloom Stalkers. You might know of them.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, they almost killed us before. It'll be great. And then she's gonna run off and go get breakfast.
All right.
Pancake, please.
Yeah, the bar that was serving alcohol the night before is now serving a very rough trail breakfast, cooked by goblins. So you get what you pay for, type thing. There are eggs. There's very definitely some gritty bits and pieces in those eggs. They're not real good about getting the shells out. There are pancakes. The center's a little gummy. The edges are a little burnt. There's bacon. It's crispy. It's almost black. These are not great cooks, but they do their best.
Not the worst thing I've had.
Does anyone have any like spells that can like make food? Because I don't want to get salmonella. That's one fight I cannot win.
Sounds good for you. Bill's